welcome to the 12th round of the XRL GP3 season, and today we're in Monza. Just going back to the last race, we finished 7th, but the pace was poor in the last stint, and that probably cost us, 5th, because we was there for most of the race. But I don't actually know where we finished, because I'm recording this and the steward's report hasn't been produced, so I might have finished 7th, I might have finished 6th, because Connor Rice had a penalty. I don't know if that's been taken off, but hopefully we can have a good result on this track, and let's get into qualifying now, and I'm going to leave you on board with this lap. And that quali lap puts us in 9th position. Mixed strategies, some are on options, some are on primes. The top 2 qualified on primes, which is quite impressive. Not so surprising that my teammate qualified on primes. He's just running away with the league at the minute, and he's got better as the season's gone on, and he's been really impressive these last couple of races. My strategy is going to be a free stop, prime, option. I might not follow that strategy in the race, depending on circumstances, what happen. And I think it's very important that I get good points haul here today, because Speed, Demon and Rybo have been catching me at the rate of knots. And I think the playoff standings at the minute ain't going to be the playoff standings at the end of the season. I think it's going to all change, so it's important that I bring a good points haul here today. And let's get into the race. Here we are on the grid. And I think it's going to be very important that we keep our nose clean at the first turn. There's a high risk of an incident, so we've just got to try and take it cautiously going to the first corner. And 5 lights, and it's go here at Monza. We've got an okay start. And we've got Curtis, Writers and Jigsaws that are behind us. We were having probably a scrap. And we brake a little bit early. We get tapped by Writers because we brake early. And we try and go up the inside of Steve-O, we touch, and we get a poor exit, and that's going to give Rybo the opportunity to get past. Also Jigsaws, so we're down to 10th position. Going into Curva Grande now, and we go on the grass, and we've just got to try and not do anything silly and keep with the cars ahead. And the car behind makes a move, I don't know who that was. And we're going to save fuel now for the first stint and beyond, to attack for later on in the race. The car behind's right on our rear wing, and we get a poor exit out the second Lesmo, and that might give the car behind an opportunity to attack. We'll have the slipstream on Jigsaw though going down the straight. The car is too far behind. Following the pack now into Ascari, and we run wide, and that might give Writers Tag the opportunity to attack going down the straight. We're going to have a bit of a slipstream for Jigsaws, then we drift out, and that's going to give Writers the opportunity to attack us. Going down the straight now into the Parabolica, and we get a bit of understeer. Go onto the grass, which makes us swerve a bit, and that gives Writers the opportunity to overtake. And we go on the grass again, and then Curtis should have the opportunity to pass us. And we're going to go down to 12th on the second lap of the Grand Prix, which is a bit disappointing, but we've just got to follow these cars now and try and overtake them quickly if we want a big points haul here today. Going into the Curva Grande, and sorry if I pronounce that wrong, my pronunciation's not that good. And going to the chicane now. And there's an incident between a Williams and a Jigsaws has took two of them out, and we're up to 8th position now. I don't know what happened, to be honest, so I can't really comment. Lap 5 now, and there's 3 cars ahead. Connor Rice, Mr. Stevo, and I believe that's Schumacher ahead of them. Going into the first Lesmo, and Stevo goes a bit sideways and we get past him. Then Stevo taps our front right, and then we have to brake to avoid the gravel. Lap 9 now, and we ran a bit long, so that got us up to 3rd, but we're going to drop down now the order. I'm going to put another set of primes on. Let's see where we come out. And we exit the pits in 7th position, but it'll be interesting to see if there's cars coming down the straight, which there is. And that's Connor Rice and Schumacher IMA having a battle. Connor Rice runs on the grass. 2 cars going into the chicane, and there's contact, and Connor Rice spins. And we're up to 8th position, and I'm not sure who was at fault there, if there was any fault at all. And we've just got to make some positions up now. 7, and the safety car is out. My teammate destroyed his vehicle, and I believe it was on the exit of the second Lesmo. It just spun him into the barrier, and we're up to 7th. And it's going to be interesting now with strategy, because some people might have pitted, so it depends who's going to pit, who's going to stay out. Lap 14, the safety car is coming in this lap, as you can see on screen. We're up to 4th position. Speed Demon is up in 3rd position ahead of us. Connor Rice is 5th. And we've got to get a good restart. We've saved enough fuel now. Fuel is not going to be an issue now to the end of the race. We don't have to run in slow mix anymore, because we've saved enough behind the safety car run earlier on. And look how the gap that Speed Demon has made already. I believe he's on options, but I'm not certain. No, he was on primes. I was wrong, he was on prime tyres. Lap 17 coming on to 18th for this race. And Andy Coybe with on the option tyres should get past us with ease. And yes, he does. And we're down to 5th position. But the cars ahead ain't that far up the road, and they have to stop again. So it's going to be interesting final few laps of this Grand Prix if we have the speed in the last stint on the option tyres. Lap 20 now, and we're going in the pits, and we're going to put on a set of options. And we've followed a couple of cars into the pits. And I guess they're going to put on the option tyres as well for the remaining 7 laps of this Grand Prix. We're going to use the fast mix for the remaining of this race, and we come out just behind Connor Rice, who pitted earlier on the prime tyres. At the end of this lap, and we're right on the rear wing of Connor Rice going down the straight. We're going to have the slipstream on Connor Rice, and he goes to the inside, commits early. And we're going to have the DRS. And we get past Connor Rice with ease, because he's on the older tyres and he's on the primes, which are the slower tyres. And we're very quickly on the back of Andy Coybe in the Mercedes. And the cars ahead are in the podium positions. Lap 23 now. And we've set the fastest lap of the race. And we're really close to the back of Andy Coybe. So let's see what's going to happen in the final 4 laps of this Grand Prix. Going into Curva Grande. And we're closing a bit on Andy Coybe here. And we go purple first sector. And Andy Coybe goes in the gravel, and we're up to 4th position. Mr. Stevo is up ahead in 3rd position, and in 2nd is GSY Davey 45. And we're closing in on both of these guys now. And we have the DRS. just trying to gain a little bit on Steve-O, which we do, and we take Ascari very well, and we're going to have a slipstream going onto this straight, but so is Mr. Steve-O, but we're gaining on Steve-O quite a lot on this straight. Steve-O comes a little bit across, and I have to brake early, and going now onto this straight, and we're going to try and get another slipstream from Mr. Steve-O. We're going to have the DRS as well. Lap 24 of this Grand Prix. Mr. Steve-O pulls out a bit, and I think he gets past GSY Davey going into the braking zone. We've just got to follow these guys round now. Going into Curva Grande. Looks like GSY Davey's got a little bit of a slipstream on Mr. Steve-O. And we brake at our normal spot. We have to miss Davey, go up the inside and side pod glitch, and we both spin off. And oh, that's definitely frustrating for both of us. And I'm going to show you the replay of this incident now. You decide. I can't make out. You know, I broke at the same place for 23 times. I don't know, you know, why I went a bit too fast that lap, you know, into the corner. And the frustration, you know, of that incident has cut Ascari and made me lift up in the air going to the gravel, and Schumacher's going to have the run going into 8th position. And to be honest, my mind at that moment was not on battling Schumacher. It was on about probably the last opportunity for obviously a decent point haul, but probably an opportunity to get a podium, because to be honest, I was probably a little bit quicker than both of them cars. Maybe I think I was. I don't want to be biased or anything, but I did feel a little bit quicker than them two, and I'm too far back to challenge Schumacher. He locks up. I've got to follow him round and keep watching, you know, because this is quite a good battle between me and Schumacher. We've had quite a few battles this season, and this is a good one between us again. I'm just trying to gain on him again. Out of Curva Grande going into the chicane, locks up Schumacher. And now we're going to head to the first Lesmo. And I haven't used any of my curves this lap. Out of the second Lesmo. Use loads of curves. Have the DRS. Gain a little bit of a slipstream now on Schumacher. And I'm past him. Now I'm going to go into Ascari. And take it okay, but he might have the slipstream going up to this straight. Will he? No, he won't, but he probably will coming out of Parabolica now. He probably will. We use the remaining of our curves, and Schumacher will have the slipstream and the DRS, and he should get past. Schumacher should, although we're running in fast mix. You can't really do much to defend against DRS and a slipstream. And we both go wide, and I couldn't turn in, otherwise I'd top Schumacher. And I carry on because I believe that was my position, but then Schumacher said he believed I should give him the pace back, so which I did. I'm going to carry on racing now out of Curva Grande. And I'll have a little think about it, but Schumacher covers it off. And now going into the first Lesmo. And then get a bit on the curb, going out of the second Lesmo. Need a good exit out of here to do what I did the previous lap, try and pass him going down this straight. Used a quarter of my curves going out the second Lesmo, and also I have DRS, so I should get past like I did last lap, which I do, and I'm back up to 7th position. Have a little cut at Ascari there, and Schumacher might get the slipstream going down this straight towards Parabolica. He's not close enough to have a go at Parabolica, but he should have a better exit going out of Parabolica. We've still got a little bit of curves left. We use that now, and Schumacher's eager to get past. Get another batch of curves as we cross the line, and we use half of it. Schumacher has a DRS. He should get past. He thinks about it. He does make the move. I give him space and Schumacher gets past. I'll run the curb on the exit and get oversteer, and it looks like that's the last chance I'm going to get of getting 7th. And I'm right on the back of Schumacher's tail, but I ain't going to get past him now. And it's very, very disappointing, 8th position. And I'm being moved up to 6th, but to be honest, until the stewards report goes out, it's a bit mumble jumble. Anyway, disappointing, but anyway, thanks for watching. See you in Singapore.